Hey guys, good evening. Isn't this weird starting out the vlog in the evening? Larianne and Roody. So today is not your typical vlog, okay? I started in the evening because I decided I didn't want to vlog today. But you know what I did instead? I decided to play a game with you on Snapchat. So for those of you who aren't following me on Snapchat, I'm sorry you missed out on the fun. If you want to follow me on Snapchat, my username is LarJW91. So you should probably go follow me so that you can get future game requests. Whatever. So Rudy and I are going to be cooking tonight, and we're also going to be playing this game with you. I asked you to send me some questions, and you did. So we're going to be answering them throughout this whole vlog. I hope this thing doesn't take forever, but I'm looking forward to it because you guys asked some nice questions. You guys played it really safe though. You played it really safe. Like, I was looking for some juicy questions, some spicy, some scandalous questions, but you guys played it pretty safe. But that's okay. There will always be a next time. I'm supposed to be taking out the sausage because this is what we're cooking tonight. What does it say? Merguez lamb sausages with French lentils, mint, and feta. To be honest, I'm scared, but I'm sure it's gonna taste fine. We won't be cooking for another 2 hours though, because this sausage has been in the freezer for a week and I gotta thaw this joint out. So I think I'm gonna heat up some soup for myself in the meantime. Rudy's upstairs feeding his son. Are you guys following him on Instagram? I think you should. He doesn't post too often, but honestly, Rudy never posts anywhere often. I don't know why. He's just not into social media like I am. I have an account everywhere you can think of, which is really bad. But at least I'm aware. His Instagram is MasterGiggle001. If you want to follow him, surprise him. Surprise him with a ton of likes and comments. I'm sure he'd love that. It would definitely encourage him to post more. I'm looking for a pot, guys. Okay, I found one. All right, so you guys ready? We're gonna start this Q&A soon.
You didn't choose the bag? No. You gotta eat. No. Food is good.
Oh, he has a little dimple.
You have to eat, man. You have to eat. You gotta eat.
It's not funny, Jaden.
Yeah, you have to eat. I know. And sometimes you don't like it, but you gotta eat though. No, you can't be frustrated. You have to eat. Very important. Okay? Alright? No, don't make faces. You're looking at it because you want to eat. Do you want to eat it now? Huh? Yes?
Hey guys, it's Roody. We're in bed. And we're getting ready to answer some of your questions. So our first question comes to us from Leslie. Her username is LesLoveT on Snapchat. And she asks, Jaden, what did she ask? She asks, when did we start vlogging? We started vlogging in March, right, Rudy?
Not really. Well, vlogging seriously.
Oh, you're right.
Is probably March, but
we started vlogging for YouTube and like doing it daily in March.
Yeah, but
we've
been recording each other for even way before we were married.
Yeah.
We just didn't really call it vlogging.
Yeah, it was just videos.
Yeah, so we have stuff like back 2009.
Mhm. But you guys will probably never see those.
Maybe
if we find them in our archives. So the next question. Jaden wants to be a part of this. The next question comes from Shantae. Her username is Ain't It Tay. And her question is, what challenges do you face being young, married, and now a mother? That one's for you, Rudy. I'm kidding. I just face the challenge of people thinking that I don't know what I'm doing. That's the only challenge I can think of right now.
That's pretty much the only challenge.
Yeah, everything else comes naturally, you know. I adjusted with time, as you guys saw in my vlogs. I went from being like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, I can't take this anymore, to like being hyper and energetic and just kissing Jaden all the time and being happy. So I wouldn't say that I have any other challenges, but having to prove to everyone that...
Which we shouldn't really have. Like,
I know.
We shouldn't have to feel like we have to prove to people that we know what we're doing just because we're young. But I mean, I think we're doing an awesome job. Jaden's very healthy, but he's also a good boy. And we're just going to continue to do what we got to do. That's it. We're parents.
She also asks, do you think being married young is an advantage or a disadvantage? You answer that one, Roody.
Being young, I don't know. I think it's an advantage because I can still work very hard, very, very hard, and still have the energy to be able to come home and take care of a very active boy. And I'll know that, you know, I can still play with him and have energy to play with him for a very long time.
I think that being young and married is an absolute advantage because, number one, you don't have to spend the majority of your adolescence looking for a mate. And from what I hear, being 20 and dating is really, really difficult. Of course, I don't know anything about that, as we mentioned in a previous vlog. But when you find your spouse really young and you're absolutely certain that this one is the one, I'm not talking about, ooh, I'm 18 years old, I want to get married, let me marry my boyfriend because he's cute. I'm talking about, oh my gosh, this guy's absolutely everything I need. He's godly, he's great, he respects me, he loves me, he cares for me. I'm gonna marry this dude. That's what I'm talking about. When you find love that early, you're very much in the advantage. That doesn't make any sense. It is very much an advantage. I would say that the only time that it is a disadvantage is if you are not married to the right person, if you have a history of needing to flirt with guys all the time in the grocery store, or if you just generally don't know how to respect your spouse and you're constantly fighting. Those are the only times I think that it's a disadvantage, because youthfulness comes with those last two things I said. You always want to flirt, you always want to be cute, you always want to please others, and sometimes we don't really learn how to respect people until situations make us respect people. Like, that's what happened to me. So that's why I'm saying that. I learned the hard way that I speak to people rough. I learned the hard way twice. So, but the good thing is that I actually learned. If you can get past those obstacles, then you're completely fine to be young and get married. Alright, so we're gonna go downstairs and start cooking, just to give you a change of scenery. Okay, so the next question comes from Abby. And she comments all the time on our videos. Hi, Abby. Her name on YouTube is Abby Hunter. You guys can check out her channel. She wants to know if we want more kids, and if we do have more kids, will we try for a VBAC? For those of you who don't know, a VBAC is a vaginal birth after C-section. And honestly, guys, let me tell you this right now. The answer is very simple. The only way I will have another child is if I am going to give birth vaginally. I cannot have another C-section. The C-section recovery for me was worse than the entire labor and delivery. That is the only thing that's stopping me from wanting to have another child. Will I probably try to have another child? Yeah, I probably will, because I know myself. And I actually said it yesterday. I was like, oh, I want another one. But for right now, I desperately need a VBAC, because C-section, I can't go through that again. Roody's chopping up the, what is that, dear? Onion?
No.
Garlic?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing at me? Oh, I see why you're laughing at me, because that was obviously not an onion. I'm sorry, guys. I'm silly sometimes. Alright, so let's take a break from the questions and try to get... Ooh, cookies. Do you want a cookie? No. I had an oatmeal raisin cookie. It was really yummy. And I guess I'll have an M&M cookie. Alright, time to start answering questions again. This one comes from London. Guys, she spells her name so cool. L-U-N-D-Y-N. It's amazing. Her username is Lunlun531, and she wants to know, if you choose to have more kids, will you be blogging their lives as well? Heck yes, girl. I mean, I wanna vlog everything. It's not just, you know, I'm gonna be vlogging about Jaden. I want to vlog my whole entire life because I want to look back and see all the things I've done. Looking back on the things I've done. Who knows that song? Leave a comment below if you know which song that is. Goodness. Her name is actually Goodness. Isn't that the coolest thing in the world? Goodness, username SkyCuteLight1, wants to know if Rudy and I have traveled to Texas. Rudy, what's the answer to that, dear?
No, but we wanted to. We had the opportunity to do it as a business trip one time, but it didn't go through.
When was that?
When I worked at CTG.
Oh. Yeah, guys, we want to travel everywhere. We want to go to all the states in the United States, girl. Because that's just what we want to do. And it's going to be even more fun when we have children, right? That could be a big yes or a big no. But we definitely want to continue to travel. We love traveling. And Texas seems like a really nice place. And we'd love to come hang out with you. So it looks like we're going to have to cut this video in half. Because there are a lot of questions. But the last question I want to do for today is from Brittany. My girl Brittany. Her username is Britta. I think I'm saying that right. Am I saying that right? If I didn't say that right, I'm just going to cut this part out. So she wants to know, what was your most embarrassing moment? This is my absolutely most embarrassing moment, right, Jaden? And I don't like to talk about it, I really don't, but she asked, so I gotta answer. My senior speech, I failed really hard. Believe it or not, I have trouble speaking in front of people, and especially when I was in the 12th grade. I was 16 years old. Well, no, I think I was 17 when I did my senior speech, but it just went really badly. I was supposed to be talking about reggae or Jamaica or something, and the thing about doing senior speech is you have to give eye contact to the teacher and to the class. I was really bad at that. I gave no eye contact. I read straight off my paper. I kept looking back at the projector to see my PowerPoint, and I went over 10 minutes and I failed. It was the most embarrassing moment. I cried in class because the teacher stopped me. I don't like to talk about this, but I gotta talk about it because I'm still not over it, and it's been like, what, 8 years? Almost 8 years. But that's my most embarrassing moment. What's your most embarrassing moment, dear?
I don't really have anything that came to mind.
Well, lucky you, because I am totally scarred from my English class, and I can never look at my teacher the same. When I see him on Facebook, we're not friends, but Facebook keeps suggesting him to me, and I just remember that day clearly. Alright guys, so I think that's it for the questions today. This was really fun, and I think I want to do this again. Not soon. later, maybe in a few weeks. So we're just gonna keep cooking, and we're gonna keep snapping, and Jaden's gonna keep looking at the light. Alright guys, dinner is ready. It's absolutely ready, and I'm gonna show it to you. I was gonna go turn off the light, but I realized you guys need the light to see the dinner, right? Here it is. Yumma! Guys, I really hope it tastes good. If it doesn't taste good, I'm gonna eat my mother's soup, girl. I'm gonna eat it because I'm hungry. So let's dig in. Jaden, you're such a big boy. You're such a big boy. Wait, you're holding him? And he sinks. Guys, the dinner was really bad. It was terrible. We had to throw the whole thing away. I didn't even post it on Twitter what we had because I didn't want to pretend that it was good. But the sausage just was way too oily and it didn't taste good. The vinegar that they made us put in the lentil, if that's what it was called, made the lentil taste really weird. So we just threw the whole thing away. I heated up my soup, and Rudy heated up some chicken that his father took home from an event. So thank God we had some extra food, or else we would have starved tonight. I do have some good news. And you know, it's funny because I said I wasn't going to vlog today, but here I am vlogging. I put Jaden on my boob, and he stayed on for 9 minutes. My boob hurts real bad right now because it's just, breastfeeding is just really painful. And I still want to do it because I like when the milk comes right out of the boob. You know, there's something special about that, as opposed to refrigerating it and heating it up. It loses some of its properties. So I did that, and he only latches onto the left one. He doesn't latch onto the right. So that's that. I want to continue the Q&A tomorrow. So Rudy and I will continue that tomorrow night. And I will be vlogging tomorrow though. So it will be a mixture of what I did for the day and then Q&A in the evening. Okay, so everyone whose questions I did not answer, don't feel bad. Your questions will be answered for sure tomorrow. But the questions that you guys asked me were so sophisticated that I couldn't put it all in one vlog, right? So I want to thank you guys for all your questions. And I don't know why I keep going like this, but I want to thank you guys for being amazing, for your support and everything. Thank you for following me on Snapchat and looking at the stupid faces that I make and just, you know, loving on Jaden. I really appreciate it. You guys are wonderful. So I will talk to you next time, and you will see Rudy next time because he's next door changing Mr. Poopy Butt. Okay, bye guys.